Yes. Hello, everyone, and welcome to part 4 of Personality Pathology and Psychology of a Locale. I'm also covering a paraphilia, which is basically a strange sexual urge, which they always usually have. Now, don't they, Tibbs? Well, I think what we're going to cover tonight, is internet addiction and what they are willing to do to obtain their Wi-Fi. Well, Cyrex, for instance, Cyrex will go to the ends of hell to keep his Wi-Fi afloat. He will even piggyback off of others, I heard, or he will actually just, use Sally's excuse. Well, we'll just say that we got rid of the Wi-Fi, but I'm still paying for your phone service, so you can just use that, or a hotspot, or whatever. The thing that makes it an addiction is just like drugs. When you use drugs, they make you feel good. But there's always a downside. There's always a double-edged effect where it ends up hurting your life and hurting you physically. Well, Cyrex, his drug is the internet. It's clear as day. He will do anything to obtain it, to get on it, even if it is the very cause of his pain and suffering, and eventually his demise. He is quite literally like rotting away. The internet has destroyed him mentally. The trolling for what he's done and for what he's deserved of the trolling has done a number on him mentally and physically. We can see it. You could do a comparison from 2 years ago to now, and it clear cut. N-word boy did that. It was atrocious. I mean, he literally looks like he's turning into a ghost. Somebody threw just a bucket of bleach on him, and then also forced him to eat about a pound of peanut brittle. But I do believe that he will do anything to keep it, even if it came down to them being evicted. He will talk Sally into letting him have it, and he will take it. Just like when Heather, there was a video, it was very telling. They were telling him to get off. He could not get off the internet. He's screaming. He's just got to get the reason why. He just has to get that last word in. In Cyrex's mind on the internet, that's how you're a man. When you show your face and you panel up, you're a man. Screw this meeting in person bullshit. That's for the weak. What real men do is they show their face on panel and talk shit. That's just a little bit louder than the other person, because then they don't have to hear the truth or logic or reason, and then they can feel that they've won that battle. And that Cyrex believes that. Cyrex believes the one who talks the loudest and the one who gets the last word in is the winner, when all he has shown is that he has a tremendous amount of insecurities and fear. He cannot, it was pretty telling too. There's a certain stream where he actually allows Marty to talk long enough to explain why Marty was doing what he was doing. And it was a mistake, because he said, because you're a pedophile and you're a delusional guy. And what does Cyrex do? He just goes, tell me why, tell me why, tell me why Nick, why Nick, why Nick? He didn't want to hear it. What he wants to hear is what the version in his head tells him is the best possible outcome to be said. So in other words, what he wants to hear is, we're making fun of you because you have special needs and you look strange. Because this way, he can go on the internet, his drug of choice, for his narcissistic supply and make a pity party, even though he knows it's nothing but buddy trolls watching him and hate watchers. It's still attention. And that's what these buddy trolls don't understand. This man is addicted to attention on the internet. It doesn't matter what your plan is. If it doesn't have a clear-cut goal, then you're just keeping him online for your own shits and giggles. If you're trolling him and it's not to make him suffer, and if it's not to expose him, and if it's not to do the only thing we can do, because of, unfortunately, Ohio law is disgusting and defends predators, then this is the only way. But if you're doing, keeping him online because you like to see him rage, we've seen it all. Everyone has seen the rage. It's the same insults, the same volume. the same psychotic look. We have content for years. His footprint will last forever. We don't need him anymore. It is time to move on to the next creep, but not before we put the final nail. Okay, that is key. Like I said, he's addicted to the internet, so he's never going to leave. But we're never going to leave either, because I'm addicted to being obsessed with removing him from the internet in any way, shape, or form legally, by judging what he puts out there, by exposing what he's already put out in the ether, and by explaining his lies in detail, such as putting a side-by-side video of comparing 2018's excuses to 2023. He's had 3 lies for the Kate thing. Do you remember the first? The first lie was, oh, I was asleep and I've been sick trying to kick the flu or a cold. Somebody broke into my phone and sent those pictures. It wasn't me. That was the first lie. He made a video about it. You remember that, Cyrax? Scab? You remember that? Because that's exactly what you did. You made a video lying. And then when you found out it was Kate, that's when you came up with another lie, which was, Kate called me beforehand. The person Kate was pretending to be called me and told me she was 18, and then she texted me that she was underage. Well, if that's the case, Cyrex, then why did you continue to talk to her in those text messages? Those aren't the original texts. They edited those. Unfortunately, just like my conversations with Jeff Hardy and Kurt Angle, they were on a phone that burnt up, so I can't show you those original texts. I mean, how convenient, right? but, I mean, seriously, I'm a rap god, you know. And Mom, when's the Hot Pocket ready? Never mind. I'm full. But that's basically Cyrex to a T. He will make excuses for why he can't leave the internet, or he has left the internet. I'm sorry, but 2 days, and what was the longest? Like a few months? Maybe 2 months? I don't know. It was during that court time. 2 days before court, Cyrex, and we still have the picture. It's a famous picture, and we also have the text to go along with it. It's been shared several times, and we will share it again. You sent your peen to what you thought was a female, and it happened to be a troll. And see, that's your problem. You don't even see who you're sending these to, which makes you dangerous. You're not dangerous to a child physically, because I do believe a child above 8 could beat the hell out of you. But you are a danger to them emotionally, being that anyone who would see that thing that you have dangling between your thighs, your dirty, disgusting, Wolverine-like thighs, would be traumatized for life. I mean, I am still having problems sleeping. I was porn bombed, unfortunately, with your disgusting, infected schwank, and I have been desperately trying never to see it again. But you know what, Cyrex? Your penis is out there everywhere. So many different pictures, so many different videos. You want to tell me and everyone else that those pictures were stolen from your phone? Hey, that's fine. Explain this to me, Cyrex. Who in their right mind has pictures and videos like that on their phone for their own viewing pleasure, Cyrex? You just admitted to being a deviant. You do realize that. Because on those videos, how you say we forced you to do those. Yeah, we're forcing you to stick a fidget spinner in your twank. We're forcing you to put a camera down by your trousers and take a picture of the demonic fleshy member that you have down there and send it to an underage kid. You're being forced to do those things. Right, Cyrex? No, that is complete and utter horsecocky, and you know it. You know it. What were your excuses back in 2014 for why those pictures got leaked? Marty wasn't in your life. What about 2016 and 18 when you got caught talking to females? Huh? What about the female that specifically told you? Now I have the text. I'll share it right after this. Don't you worry. Everyone knows what I'm talking about. What about the text that you sent to a female after she specifically said she was there for streaming and gaming? You know? You said, oh, that's fine. I'm not a creep, blah, blah, blah. You even brought up Crypt K in the conversation. saying that he was your friend, even though he's not your friend. And then what do you do, Cyrex? Moments later, feel free to say no, but, you know, it really helps me come if you watch me. Do you think you could watch me come? She calls you a freak pervert, never to contact her again. You said, no, it was a test. I swear on everything. I swear, I promise. She calls you a creep and a pervert again. And then what do you do, Cyrex? Go ahead, you stupid, you bitch. Yeah, no one's going to believe you're stupid. You're. Well, I have that text, and I'm going to share it again, because when I say something about somebody, it's true. I'm going to make sure I have something to show. And I have that text, Cyrex. It's from your phone number, my dear. And I have several text now things, too. I also have a few messages that you've sent. You are quite a despicable, disgusting atrocity that people call human nowadays is very loosely based in the word and term, because you somehow qualified to be called one. And I leave you with this. This is part 4. There will be a part 5. And, Part 5 is more like part 4 again, so that's basically, it's going to be another part 4. I have to do these in segments because YouTube hates me, but the next one is going to be a tad explicit, so, you know, just words though, so you're fine. The 5th one, though, I'm getting some help with, and there's going to be some edits in there. You might want to have your meal beforehand, or afterwards, if you can stomach it afterwards, that is. But I leave you with this. It's been brilliant talking to you. We're getting to the bottom of this creep, and I don't give a f*** who's at the top, but he's going down, and he knows he is. It's only a matter of time before he screws up again, and when he screws up, one of us or all of us will be there to catch it. Ah, yes, and good night.